Okay, so if you're getting close to retirement, you're hearing this number, and by the way, I'm going to tell you this, we followed this Fidelity study for quite a few years. I know you followed it for a long time. The number keeps going up. It doesn't keep going down. So if you're getting close to retirement, we're projecting obviously clearly that this number will continue to go up. There are some things you could do right now to start kind of getting you ready for planning for healthcare and retirement. What are they?
Well, first is, when do you want to retire? Is it going, because that's going to determine what kind of health care you have available to you. Do you want to retire at age 62? You're not yet Medicare eligible. Well, your health care options are going to be different. Your health care costs could be different. Are you waiting until age 63 and a half, where now you have COBRA insurance that could carry you the 18 months to age 65, which could be less expensive than the open market healthcare coverage option? Or are you waiting till 65 and beyond, where now you have Medicare and you have to sort through this maze of Medicare options that are at your disposal as well? So first we have to identify, when is your retirement target date? And then we can sort through the abundance of options that you may have to narrow down what that's going to cost you, and then from there we try to figure out how you're going to be able to afford it.
Okay, first let's talk about one option that can get you started thinking about saving for this healthcare cost, and it's the HSA. It's a very powerful savings tool.
The HSA is an investment option that you have that can deliver income in retirement to help pay for this healthcare cost. The HSA, we did a complete show on the HSA. We deemed it as one of the superheroes of your retirement plan because it has the triple tax benefits, meaning that when you contribute to the HSA, you don't pay taxes on that contribution. It grows tax-free, and as long as you take it out for qualified healthcare expenses, it comes to you tax-free, so you can then have a lot more spending power with this money that you've saved and then taken out to help pay for this healthcare cost. You can contribute right now, if you're eligible for the HSA, up to $3,600 per year per individual that's eligible. And if you're 55 or older, add an extra $1,000 on top of that. So potentially $4,600, maybe times 2, that you can contribute per year towards this superpower, this superhero that could be involved in your retirement healthcare plan.
Loren mentioned that we did a whole episode on the HSA. You can go to YouTube, then search Merkle Retirement Planning to find that episode and go in depth on an HSA and how it can really boost your retirement savings. Another thing you can do right now, depending on your age, of course, if you're over 50, is start those catch-up contributions. You mentioned it with the HSA, but there's some other places to do catch-up contributions as well.
Yeah, the other superhero is the Roth IRA and even the Roth 401k plan. You make contributions that are on an after-tax basis to the Roth IRA, Roth 401k plan, and then it grows tax-free forever. So you take this money out 15 years later, 20 years later, 6 years later, it all comes to you tax-free, again increasing your spending, your purchasing power. The catch-up contributions are, if you're 50 or older with the Roth IRA, you can contribute an additional $1,000, so $7,000 total. If you're 50 or older with the Roth 401k plan, you can contribute an additional $6,500, making it a $26,000 contribution that you could make to a Roth 401k plan. So if you feel like you're a little bit behind on your savings, or even if you don't feel like you are and you have this discretionary income you can apply towards your retirement savings, what an incredibly powerful way to put that money to work, where you can take out later tax-free, pay for health care, pay for your travel expenses, pay for really any of the retirement expenses that you have or want to have throughout the course of retirement.
And we're talking about chipping away at this $300,000 cost. You talk about how a Social Security election can do that, the right Social Security election, the right tax planning strategy. Also those catch-up contributions, really if you just look at starting them when you're 50, you can put an extra $140,000 in your pocket.
Yeah, you certainly can. If you're looking between age 50 and then retiring at 65, an extra $140,000 away, and if it's on the Roth side, that's tax-free, which is even more meaningful to you. So you can save a lot of money in a hurry. And some people, they get to the age of 50 or 55 and they don't really feel retirement ready from an investment portfolio standpoint because they see these staggering costs, and maybe you have $300,000 in your savings and you're thinking, how am I going to do this? And really you have to think about how compound interest really works. And it's really the last couple doubling periods that the vast majority of Americans generate most of their retirement wealth. Because when you have $100,000, if your portfolio is expected to double every 10 years, let's say, you have $100,000, it doubles over a 10-year time frame, now you have $200,000. Well, that's meaningful, but it's not as meaningful when you have $300,000 at the age of 50, and over the next 10 years it doubles to $600,000. And then the next 10 years it doubles to $1.2 million. So it's that last two doubling periods that a lot of people really generate that wealth. So if you're sitting there and you have less money than you think you should have at an age that you think you should have more, well, don't despair necessarily. Put that plan together and you can see how this can all come together as you go through this next phase of your life. Thank you for watching this clip of Retiring Today, and don't forget to subscribe. If you have questions about your retirement plan, take advantage of the complimentary 15-minute retirement checkup phone call.